see a signature that some engineer has read the code and kept alive. That this code uses comments. This code is modular. It's broken into functions. This code, the functions use a naming convention. Okay, so we look for a standard that says that the code should be correct. And in that particular document, there was no actual standard that said that the person had. You may be familiar with the International Obfuscated C Code Contest. There's a contest inspired by that that's now run by Scott Craver, one of our former clients actually, and a former student of Ed Belton, and now a professor. And Professor Craver is running an annual contest inspired by the Obfuscated C Code Contest. But the purpose of his contest is to write apparently correct code that contains a specified kind of error that's preferably plausibly deniable. So one year they had write vote counting software that contains a bug that's plausibly deniable that looks correct when you look at the code, and people sent in all these things, and I've read several of them and I couldn't find any of the errors offhand. And every single one of them counts incorrectly for a different reason. That's a plausible programming error. And they're a lot more sophisticated than using equals instead of equals equals. And then, in a subsequent year, so in a subsequent year they had write code that runs more slowly on one operating system than another operating system, but for no apparent reason. So you could blame it on the operating system. People did that. So our lawyer was actually able to take one of the submissions to this contest and take it into the courtroom and blow it up on a poster and actually explain it to the judge with an expert witness looking at this. Does this code appear to count votes? Does it appear to be correct? Oh, but isn't there actually an error in this code? And wouldn't you actually have to look at it and consider what it actually does in order to see that there's an error? And so it was, I think, helpful to him to have something concrete like that to show the judge that this is what code looks like. This code looks correct. No, this code isn't actually correct. Yes, you actually have to think about it and know what you're doing in order to tell that.
So yeah, I think it's become a bipartisan thing. I think one of the giveaways of this is the sort of golden standard for electoral e-voting machine law that we really want passed, which is Rush-Holtz, Congressman Rush-Holt's bill. Just before the election, actually had so many people co-sponsoring it, both Republicans and Democrats, that there were more people co-sponsoring it than would actually be a majority in the House. So more people had thought that this was a good idea than were necessary to vote for it to be actually become on its way to law. And at that point they had an election, the Congress ended, and we have to start from scratch again. but I think it's almost certain that law will at least get its stamp.
Are there any more questions? Okay, then I thank you for a very long and very informative session.
So, thank you very much. If anyone would like to come up and chat with us, that's fine. We do have some of these shirts for sale, some stickers to sell, some stickers to give away. We have these blue LED lights. I can show you how to use it to see printer dots. Not quite as cool as seeing the FNORDs, but you can see the printer dots at least. There's a later talk later on in the Congress about seeing the FNORDs. So come learn to see the printer dots and then learn to see the FNORDs.
And I would plug Seth's talk tomorrow because we'll be revealing something there that we haven't been able to talk about up until now, including this talk.
Does anyone have the program? Tomorrow, 8:30 p.m., I think? Is that correct? It's called DRM Comes to European Digital TV. If you're interested in helping prevent that, we'd be glad to have you there.
It starts at 8:30 in the evening, 2030 in Saal 3. That's room 3.